And welcome back to another episode of Child, I don't even know. Let's try it again.
One more time.
Let's try it again.
Let's keep rolling, Dre. Okay.
5, 4, 3, 2.
And welcome back to another episode with the Real Teachers of Atlanta. I'm Ty.
I'm Nikki. I'm Joya.
Today we're going to be talking about the Tennessee gun law that allows teachers to carry.
Wild, wild west.
Let's get into it.
We got the queens in the house, y'all. Real teachers of Atlanta.
Hi, I'm Mrs. P. Smith, the Mama Bear at school, your favorite ELA and SPED teacher, but always teaching my students about business.
I'm Miss Rose, commonly known as the snarky teacher, always ready with the good candy. The kids say I'm their favorite math teacher.
After school, it's lights, camera, action. During school hours, it's Miss Carter, the life science teacher saving lives.
We got the queens in the house, y'all. Real teachers of Atlanta.
Okay, so we at the point.
We're here.
We have a solution.
Solution is arm the teachers.
Yep,
You get an AR-15. You get an AR-15.
that's the solution.
That's the solution. I don't want one. I'll stick to my little baby.
I'll take a
pew-pews.
380.
You think so? Little Glock.
Now, what is the difference between a? Never mind.
Difference between a what?
Never mind.
Just
forget it.
Gun range. What's up?
So Tennessee has passed a law that allows teachers to carry. Now, of course, you have to go through training. You have to have permission from the superintendent. You have to have permission from the principal. It's a lot of steps that you have to take. Oh, you have to go through a psychological evaluation as well. So there's a lot of layers to be able to carry a gun as a teacher. Now, for me, I'm not going to carry a gun to school. The day I have to carry a gun to school is the day that I will no longer be a teacher.
Well, let's back up for a little bit. So let's talk about how we got to this point. So in America, there are a plethora of school shootings
Yes.
that have been
We
going
have the
on.
most in the world.
Right. So we have different procedures just in case someone does enter into a school building.
Yes.
Apparently, those procedures are not working
Okay.
for the most part. Okay. So the solution is for teachers to carry a firearm.
Yeah.
Now, there are a couple of reasons why that could be an issue.
I can name a few.
Oh, right, yeah. Well, number one, students are different today.
Yeah.
Teachers are already overloaded and impacted with a lot of work.
Yep.
Stress, not eating properly because most teachers don't eat properly.
On medication.
They're on medication.
Yep.
A lot of mental health issues going on. We've seen it. Okay. And now you pair that with a firearm
Yep.
and maybe a kid gets a little bit too loud that day.
Well, you on edge.
Set it
You're
off.
already on edge.
Exactly.
Maybe a
Try to set
kid
it off.
talks back. You've had it with that kid. It's a perfect recipe for a disaster. Now you have I wouldn't say the perpetrator in the building, but you kind of do.
You do.
So we're worried about the outside forces, but now you're planting these different variables in a classroom where now the school shooter is in school and they are teaching your child.
Yeah.
Well, it's funny to me that you have to go through all those layers of being able to carry, like, the classes.
Right.
Where we're in school, we don't go through training to have, to restrain a student. We skipped over that part. Like, where's the training for restraining a student? Even when you're in these positions, like I was an EBD teacher, I have yet and asked for it. Email several people, administrators, the county. Still haven't got my training to this day.
Okay. Okay.
I mean, so my question. My thing is, it sounded to me like
Got that class?
they get
huh?
more.
What that class was? What it was?
Cohort.
Got it. Cohort.
They're going to put you in the cohort.
Go put you in the cohort.
It sounds to me like you get more training to carry the gun than you do to actually become a teacher. Because
There's no psychological evaluation.
Not
to
at
become,
all.
And there's no drug testing for the most part to
Nope.
become a teacher.
for the most part, were
What
you
teachers
drug
gonna
tested?
have?
No, I wasn't drug
I
tested.
wasn't either.
I don't do drugs.
I don't either, but I'm just saying.
Now last
did
time
nobody-
you said you were drug tested.
No, was that for this?
You remember Rose said she was drug tested
Was I
to become
drug
a teacher.
tested?
Girl, you wasn't drug tested in and you ain't getting drug
Now
tested.
I'm
drug
trying to
tested.
think about it.
They're not drug testing teachers.
I went to a building though, but I don't think it was that.
No, they're not going to
Yeah,
drug
you went
test.
to the building, but
They'll do a
it wasn't-
background check.
It wasn't
Background
a
check.
pee,
There
no
you
cup.
go. Background check.
Uh-uh.
I ain't peeing no cup.
Man, you got a fingerprint.
That's all. And that was at
That's
that point we was already in the building. You was already in the building when you got your fingerprint.
Nah, you wasn't in the building yet.
That was already
You
subbing.
wasn't supposed to be in the building. Nobody's supposed to be in that building until you get that fingerprint.
Half these
You're
teachers
supposed to be a
don't even
certified
have
teacher to be in the building.
Half us ain't had no certificate.
Certified.
Certified to do what?
You're supposed to be certified before you teach children.
What they say? Certified to do what?
You on
Well-
your way to getting it.
You're
After the
still
first
taking
year?
parts of the case. What part of the case you on? You got a classroom with 35 kids.
Are you on year number
You
what?
gotta take off to take your case.
You got a schedule.
You teaching children in the classroom. That's what we are in America.
that you I told you Shadow go teach. My dog go
AI
be
will
teacher.
be teaching your children.
Chat GPT.
Well, what teacher in their right mind is going to carry a gun in the
not.
classroom?
You'd be surprised.
Yeah, some
know
teachers
what?
do agree.
You saw him in the comments.
Yeah.
That.
Yeah.
That.
There's some that's gonna do it though.
Yeah.
There are.
They crying, but you're gonna have
They're gonna
one
be-
or two teachers are gonna, and it might be more than that. But the scary part for me is a student getting
That's what I
access
said,
to
too.
that weapon. That's the scary part for me.
Yeah. They get access to everything else.
They ramble. They're
go
on your
through your
desk
stuff.
when they're
They'll
not
steal.
supposed to be on your
they're
desk.
steal your
They're gonna
stuff.
steal the chips and coke
Remember
and
the
candy.
devious licks?
They're gonna steal paper.
So
They'll steal the sink off
if
the
they
wall, they'll
walking
steal
up
it.
to you and slapping you,
What's gonna stop a teacher from getting angry and taking that gun and shooting that child?
Because why do we?
What's stopping them?
Nothing. Why do we?
because if I take a
Right.
slap like that,
It's all.
I don't need to incriminate myself.
No, we're gonna
Don't worry about it.
But the child, what happens when the child,
finds the gun.
they fight teachers. So what happened when they wrestle them down and get the piece? And then
Then what?
what?
If they big as us,
And then you got to collect 32
Right.
kids.
this a recipe for disaster.
Like you said, it's a recipe
you
for
wait.
disaster.
You waiting on.
You
some
waiting
foolishness.
on
They
the
won't.
gunman from the outside when the gunman is going to take place inside. Like
Yeah.
this is America. It's insane for us to be talking about
Yeah.
teachers carrying. Oh, are we really listening to what we're saying? Teachers carrying guns in the classroom.
They sent $50-60 billion over to a war that we're not even fighting in.
We in
What is
debt.
wrong with y'all?
We
They
in
don't
debt.
care.
What is
that-
going
we have money for that.
on?
They sent money overseas.
So what is going on?
And you telling me you can't put that money and allocate it to the people in this country?
No.
Where you sat for 90 minutes plus while these children were getting slaughtered in Uvalde?
Yeah.
You have the ammo, you have the training to go in to protect these children. Children.
Yeah.
Oh, but they
And you don't know what to do.
Well,
You don't know what to do.
Those not the kids they was trying to protect.
Well, clearly, they're not trying to protect anybody's kids
No.
because, see, their children, they don't have those problems. They go to school where it's not open.
Mm-hmm.
When you go to charter schools, you go to certain public schools,
Private
they're
schools.
very protected.
Gated.
And they have very gated, where these public schools are very open.
Yeah. Anybody can go to a public school.
Anybody can walk on campus.
I'm pulling my child out of school. The day I find out the teacher is carrying a weapon, my child can't go there
can't wait
because
for my
I,
kid to
as
get
a
out of public
parent,
school.
not feeling very safe about that.
No, I don't feel like I would love to know what the parents feel about that because they voted. I guess we already know they voted for this.
Oh,
This was
yes.
this was on their ballot and they were like, yes, We cannot wait to arm these teachers. I'm so excited.
I wonder-
Let's do that.
What is the reasoning? Like, I wonder.
But well, you have to think about where it is too. Tennessee is a very gun heavy. This is what they do state. That is something that's true about Tennessee, Georgia too, in certain areas. But in South Carolina, those states
so
like that,
do you
Alabama,
think it's going to come to Georgia?
I think they'll try it.
Oh yeah, they're gonna try it.
I think they'll try it.
Really?
Oh yeah. Just like marijuana been on our ballots off and on for what 10 years. I think that's gonna make it to the ballot, and I
Because
think that we're gonna keep.
Nobody
it's gonna go back and
knows
forth.
what to do to help. They don't
I
know how to
mean,
remedy the
honestly,
situation.
I don't care what nobody says. I
That's
agree
the
with
best
y'all.
they can
Arming
do.
the teachers is the wrong idea. What we need
What
to do
more
is
do you
slim
want?
these class sizes down.
Slim the class sizes down.
Figure it out.
Slim it down. That's why they put you in the class with a gun.
There you go. We've been doing this for what, 2 seasons now? It's the
Long
same
enough.
thing. It's getting worse
We've been
by
doing this
the
almost
year.
3 years. and it's
Learning
the same.
something new every day.
Are we? Or are we just doing the same stuff? We're not learning nothing new. This is insanity in real life. We are witnessing. We talked about it before. Literally, the dumbing down of America. It's truly happening everywhere.
So-
it's not even. It's so intentional.
So here's the thing. So the teacher has the weapon.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm believing. I believe I read it has, which I'm sure it has to be in a safe place, whatever that is.
So it's gonna take me 5 years to get to it.
I mean, I don't know where is that safe place inside your classroom.
Nowhere.
Now, hypothetically, say you got a mass shooter. What the teacher gonna do?
You got papers all over your desk. Most teachers are not organized. You got a 504 paper that you've been looking for last week. You need to return back to the special
ain't
education
recorded that
department.
homework from
And you think
last
I'm gonna be able to find my gun?
Can't even find my ink
When the
pen.
mass shooter come, because you're gonna be on lockdown. You can't even come out the classroom. So we training the teachers to go outside and participate in the drawdown. I'm trying to figure it out.
Can I ask, where's the hazard pay?
You hazard pay. What is
Where the
wrong
hazard
with
pay?
you
That
two?
part. Because
Because you arming me. I got to go. Now I got to be the police too.
that's more
Yeah,
like,
no.
that's more of insurance,
You're
baby. I need to
disposable.
increase.
You
I ain't
are
signed to be
disposable.
I know I'm gonna be disposable if I come up there with a gun and a mass shooter come up there. They ain't gotta worry about it if I'm gonna be disposable, baby, because I quit.
I know she was
And I done told you before, the day I have to bring a weapon,
I took it.
and I got a 9. The day I
You
have
said
to,
a 9. What's the difference between that and what'd she say, a 380?
what 380? Don't worry about it, Joy.
Yeah, that's a little bit.
Okay, we'll talk off.
That's what
We'll
I
talk
got.
off
I got a
camera.
little 380 at the house. Don't worry about it.
You got 380 too?
I got a little
Oh my
380.
Then
goodness.
that 380 gonna get them off you.
Yeah, you ain't got to worry about it.
What is that, like a, how
Don't worry.
big is that?
Don't
big
worry,
enough.
it gonna get them off. Yeah.
Is it little?
That 9 ain't,
The 9 is.
It's like a little pew pew.
the 9 okay,
You know, little
but
pew pew. You gotta be. You know,
we
this
gonna
Georgia,
take
you gotta
George
be
to
ready.
the, we gotta
gotta
take it to the gun range.
You gotta take it to the range. You be
But that 380 got some power, baby.
Mm.
and you can
And
get
ain't no-
customized too.
What the teacher, when she pulled that out, that's it.
But
Lights
what
out.
type of guns? Are there parameters on the type of guns that
What you
teachers are
mean?
allowed, or you can carry any type of gun that you want?
If the street folks getting AR-15s,
I need one too.
So you can
I
bring,
need to be able. I mean, I'm
That's
just saying,
like-
if I'm
that's
gonna
an
get
assault weapon.
right,
who's bringing that to school?
they have them in the streets.
they call them sticks.
This is what these kids are killing each other with for real. This is what they have access to. For
This
real.
is what we
An
have with it.
automated
They
rifle.
carrying it.
They carrying it.
They ain't in nobody gun range. The
That-
first time they practice is on you.
That's it.
Oh my goodness.
All they know is cock it and shoot it. Pull the trigger.
Go for what you know. And that's what everybody gonna be in that classroom going for what
Just,
they know.
It's gonna be like the Wild Wild West.
Truly.
It's homeschooling at this point.
Yeah,
That's
it.
my point. That's where we're trying
That's
to get
it.
to. It's
I
the
really-
downfall of
Yeah,
America's
that's-
education.
yes, I agree.
Other countries don't have these issues.
No, they
Bringing
don't.
guns to the classroom.
They are watching us and thinking,
Laughing.
like, what are y'all doing?
They don't
Can't
think
even
that they
teach the
laugh.
kids how
This
to
is
read.
comedy.
You talking about bringing a gun to the
They can't even
classroom?
follow
We're gonna run it back.
instructions.
Don't do it. Oh, you know they coming for you.
I see him in the that's okay. I'll sign in. What you gonna sign in as? Yes,
Don't.
Yeah, got me.
Real page.
Huh.
See ya.
When you see it,
That
don't
little
worry
lick-
about it.
What you call that little icon?
When you see it.
Here I am.
Nikki
you
gonna
see
be
that-
sitting there smiling. I'm like,
So go
Lord.
say what you gonna say so they can go ahead and go,
No, yeah, they gonna have you.
go for what they know.
No, I mean, of course, they put money they're obviously allocating other funds into things other than the real problem is our math scores, our reading scores. Students can't read.
No. But
And apparently they can't stay alive either.
no, but wait a minute though. We have the reduction of available funds for Department of Education, right?
That's
We're
that-
reducing
that-
money going to our public school systems, and then and even that minority school systems and lower performing school,
Right.
i.e., if you black or brown, then you getting less than a third of the money that the other schools are getting. So we don't have money for that. We don't have money to educate you.
But we can
We
send
can
money
arm these
overseas.
teachers though,
Oh,
and we can send money overseas.
But we can send.
Because
So
you got to
we
take,
done send more overseas than we done pumped in our education.
because
system. Don't
they're
worry about it.
paying for the training for the teachers.
Yeah.
oh, it's training. for
Yeah,
the
so we got
teachers.
money
you
for
gotta
that.
go through.
Got
I
it.
want to know
You
what
gotta
part
go
of the budget
through
that came
layers
from.
of training to
Maybe
be able
Title I
to
money.
carry.
I'm guessing
Okay.
we don't need SRO officers. We don't
And they're
need none of
trained to
that.
be again. They don't. You
I'm
may
sorry,
you
I
may have
wanna-
one SRO officer in a public school.
for
Either
900
gon-
kids.
Either you gonna,
Let's put that out there. 900
either you gonna
students,
pay me
one
to be a teacher,
SRO.
or you going to pay me to be a police officer.
And I need to know what the deal is because
Which
that's
one?
ridiculous. And or just give it a
Because
check
I
for
know
both.
we wear many hats,
That's just another one that they
but
want
I
you
ain't
to wear.
signed up to be no police officer.
Well, you're a martyr.
Mm-mm.
That's what.
I ain't
ain't
signed
no
up to be.
martyr.
My name ain't Jesus.
That's what they want you to be.
I ain't trying to rush there.
If
I cannot.
that's what they want,
I can't do it.
you're expected.
I'm at home.
Don't worry about it. I'm safe
No,
for
I'm
them.
saying you're the expectation is for you
Don't worry about
to.
it.
If there is a situation, naturally you're supposed to
Listen up, Kim.
Let me tell you something.
get the. Okay.
Go, which camera you just
Listen
talk
up.
to?
I'm right here. Listen
This
up,
one?
Kim.
Okay.
Now we appreciate that money you running through the state for us and everything like that. But
Amen.
I'm gonna
Bless
let you know right now.
Ain't happening.
Don't try to bump heads with Tennessee. That is not the right plan, man.
You got a problem now. You think you got a problem?
You think
I'll be up outta
you
here.
think Buckhead shooting?
Oh, Buckhead letting it up.
But it's like
Yeah, look. You see what they be doing in Lennox?
But see, what's gonna happen is when they get down there to a school like a area like Tennessee may got a little Swanee area.
Right.
So when one of them kids get popped,
oh, it's gonna be.
They're gonna pull
Oh,
it. They're
you
gonna pull
pull?
the plug.
oh, you going see they ain't protesting. They going to the law office. They going to the courthouse. Let me speak to John.
Oh, they go.
Ain't no march.
I gotta hang my head.
Bill over with.
Don't worry about
it.
They As soon as
They
it affect them.
golfing.
Yeah.
Y'all know what it is. They
Yes.
at the golf court. What they with the country club and all that.
Yeah.
They don't send their kids to the school
That's
that
it.
you all are sending your kids to.
I rest my case.
Education. Let me tell you something. Nothing in this life is free.
Mm-mm.
We've
not
done
even
this.
salvation. Not even salvation because somebody died and paid
You
the
gotta-
price for that.
Put the crown of thorns on his head.
Nailed him
Pierce
to
the
the cross.
side
All I know is
in the Bible.
that's it. All I know is
Salvation not
you
even
gonna
free.
you
so.
gonna they gonna
You gonna
mess
pay.
up. They ain't gonna be no teachers. You ain't gotta worry about it.
You seen the school lunch for free? You seen the free education? It's trash.
for free.
On purpose.
It's
though.
trash.
The thing is, it's all intentional.
We're there. I'm
It's
telling
all
you,
intentional.
it's trash.
over there. Not the word.
That's what they're feeding your kids. They're not learning
Carbs
nothing.
and sugar. What did we say in that episode? It was like 50,000 grams of sugar.
Talking about
Prisoners
they
eat better than that.
Yes. Oh well, no, they eat. They have lunch dates during that.
they running neck and neck.
Oh yeah, you're right. I guess so.
Yeah,
I've
they-
never been to prison, but I'm just saying. I
I thought you said the principal. Because the principal, they eating having lunch dates. Don't worry about it. They got time to leave and have a whole hour.
You ain't gonna
long.
be satisfied till we get a cease and desist.
Defamation of character. A hit dog a holler, baby.
they
Every
can't send us
time.
no cease and desist.
Yeah, because we ain't said no names, but
But if it's you, you might want to reevaluate what you're doing.
But nothing is free.
No,
They don't care.
they're doing all this with the tax dollars that they collect from the same communities that they refuse to put that money back into.
Those are y'all kids.
but who are the
That's
people
it.
voting?
Y'all kids.
Those are y'all kids. Up
Oh,
there.
let me tell you something.
Who are the people?
Shameful that
voting?
my husband and I, it took us less than 5 minutes to vote. Wasn't no line. We were supposed to vote today. Today, the polls closed in 4 minutes in the state of Georgia. And when I tell you, we walked, my husband said, if it's a line, I ain't going. I said, I don't care if it's 2 lines, I'm going. So we get in the car, we drive up there, it's 4 cars in the parking lot, 3 of them belong to the poll workers.
We're not voting in the local election.
We don't show up, and this is when this kind of crap gets passed. And I'm glad we're talking about it because that was so disappointing that we were the only people with some skin tone in the building.
But
them old folks, them old people.
I don't know who I ain't gonna say it.
I mean,
because I know they're gonna chew me out.
Yeah, don't say that part. But all I'm gonna say is this: when we went in there, it was the older white folks.
Right.
I mean, that's just call a spade a spade. That's who was in there.
Yeah.
They gonna be in there working them polls.
And they was voting. The couple that came in behind her, one on the cane and one on the walker.
Dang.
At the polls.
They're gonna go to the town hall meetings too.
They're gonna be there.
They're gonna go to the board. You can go to the board of education
I need to
and
start
talk
going.
about how you feel.
We said we
we
gonna
need
do
to-
it. We
yes.
gonna
I need to
do
start
it.
showing up.
Because that's
and I know
crazy.
the Ferds County we need to pull up too far.
I do too.
The school where I had seen y'all at.
The
Right.
first what I
The
meant
school I had seen y'all at.
the first time. Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should.
I think we should. And that's the thing that I'm not gonna say these folks, but the people that's voting are the ones making the decisions. If you are not voting, I know people. I know that people are always like, "Well, my vote doesn't count," because you don't cast it. When the majority is gonna win every single time. If you aren't there, of course your voice not heard. Go get all your cousins and everybody else. As soon as they turn 18, make sure they register to vote and show up. Because the stuff that was on the ballot, there were 3 things on our ballot that was raising our taxes or adjusting our taxes. And one of them was lowering taxes for some folks that I don't know wouldn't be for me. That was taking money from our education system. 2 that was giving it to them. But most of it was, we just want to make these folks a little more exempt so they can keep a little more money. I ain't got no 3 and 4 properties to be worried about. So that's not for me.
Well, I think if the gun makes
Yeah.
it to the ballot, everybody.
It's going to be too late. By the time we get to that being on the ballot, we are already too
makes
late.
it to the ballot.
We ain't going to show up. They're going to be voting yes.
No, I think they will show up because people are gun happy.
And that's the problem. The
America
gun happy
loves guns.
folks are going to show up, and the gun happy folks have been showing up. That's the problem. The folks that have
Because guns
they keep showing
are
up. Everybody's showing up.
that's a large profit.
Yes, but is that who
It's
you want
guns.
making decisions for your local school system?
You're not even paying teachers enough money.
Exactly.
But you got enough money to take them to send them to training
And who's going to go to
and
training?
equip them
There's
with
a lot of people that are going
a
to
gun.
train.
Exactly. It ain't going to be us.
Well, they say it's optional.
Sure it is.
So let's throw this, go
It's
and put
optional
that,
for you
it's
to-
optional for you to carry a gun if
Sure.
you want. Now, if you choose to do that, you have to go through all the layers of training.
And I go back to who's signing up.
It's a lot of people that are signing
And that's
up
my
for it.
problem.
A lot of people will sign.
That's my problem. The folks that sign
They're
up.
going to
And
sign
you
up.
know it's going to be slips like you talking about psychological evaluation where the people out in the streets
You
don't
ain't
get
doing
them.
there we go.
Yeah.
During COVID, we had a gun shortage and ammo shortage. There was a shortage. There was a backlog. There was more guns and ammo was so expensive because they were in such high demand during COVID,
Guns
right?
is a billion-dollar
Okay, I understand, but that's
business.
during COVID when your tail is at the house. You at home.
They're shooting in the backyard.
Sure. But you home. So why is there a shortage on ammo if you at the house? You ain't commit no crimes. You trying not to get get COVID. But now you wanna
You know
arm
what
the
they're
teachers.
preparing for?
The apocalypse.
Toilet paper.
Couldn't even get that.
What was that about?
Water, bread.
That shows you the temperament and the mentality
I don't know
of
what that
a
tissue was
society
about.
of people. It shows you how when we're presented with situations that are out of our control, how we have no survival skills. So yes, your ammo is going to go up because
Yes.
people think that we're in the end of days
And
with
what
that
happened?
situation.
Tomorrow still came, didn't it?
It did.
Oh, and it keep coming, don't it? 'Cause
It does.
3 years later and we still here we go.
No,
4
people are
years later.
preparing.
For the
The day that they said go and take their gun to school.
People are really out there preparing.
Yes.
You'd be surprised who you see at the gun ranges when you go.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
That's
that's a whole different
it is, but
conversation.
I feel like that's the problem is We are not requiring folks to have gun safety training, and I'm talking about outside the school system. That's not a requirement. You turn, was it 18, 21, you go out there with your license, you can walk away with a gun and ammo. It doesn't take, you ain't got to pass a psych eval. You just got to have a clear enough background check. That's it. You don't have to, and this is in Georgia. I'm not talking about other states. But here, if you breathe and you qualify.
It's just dangerous.
It is.
Just think about on the elementary school level. You don't heard in so many cases over the years, children picking up their parents' weapons on accident,
And killing
playing with it as a toy,
and killing
killing their friend, their cousin, their brother.
themselves.
You have teachers that are they're overworked. They have 30-some plus kids in a classroom. They're trying to manage Bobby. They're trying to manage Susie. Johnny over here is crying, whining, and everything. And just so happens she has, in the midst of all this, she's coming back from lunch or she's coming back from her planning, and she has forgot to remove her firearm and put it in this safety place, whatever that is, in the building or in her classroom. And she's trying to manage that because she doesn't have a co-teacher or a para in her classroom to help assist her with those 30-some kids. Unintentionally, she has placed that down. It may even be in her purse.
Yep.
They're babies.
Yeah.
They wander.
They do stuff. What is this?
What are they going to do? They're going to go over there, fumble in that purse,
There you go.
and, think they got a toy.
I wonder if this particular gun law, if it applies to, if people who teach, I keep going back to private schools and charter schools because I'm trying to hammer in the point of they are not, the things that we're having to do at these public schools, they're not doing at their schools. They're doing two completely different things.
Right.
They have the SROs. They have the people who are trained to do these types of things. The idea of giving a teacher a gun in the classroom with all of these different things that they have to go through, most teachers are just,
It's a lot going on.
it's a lot going on. They're not trying to be messy. It's just a lot
There's
happening.
a lot going on.
It's just, again, it's a recipe for disaster. There are going to be a lot of dead children,
It's going to be a lot of dead teachers.
unfortunately.
Or just like we have seen, we aren't supposed to have weapons in the schools now. And we've seen where teachers have committed suicide in classrooms, where assistant principals. In the last couple of years, there's at least been 10 that have made the news where they killed themselves at school. The guy that shot himself sitting at the desk.
I mean,
At a desk.
At his desk, he was in his
You
office.
at the
He had
school?
had enough. He was at school with his weapon and killed himself.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
Exactly. Like you've seen a
never
lot.
mind.
So this is my
woo!
And they didn't even have a gun.
That's it.
Yeah.
It's
But
over with.
at the end of the day, my take is this is not the best scenario for anybody. You want to carry a weapon outside of the school? Fine. The school needs to be a safe space. I think the real problem is that we need to stop acting like guns fix problems. Oh, well, guns don't kill people. People kill people. No.
Let me tell you what fixes problems.
Money.
Paying teachers.
Yes, money.
And apparently we have the money, but we're not allocating it to the places where it is supposed to be.
Correct.
Guns are definitely not the solution.
No, they're not. That's not the solution. It's gonna be
And
a
who are we
disaster.
protecting? The people on the outside
Or the people on the inside.
or the people in the inside?
And why do you need a gun in the teacher's hands in order to protect the kids on the inside?
And just like you said, teaching needs to be a safe space.
You add in, that's so, I could never. I wouldn't.
Because they can't seem to stop people from getting into the schools.
Well, they
Yeah,
already,
the people that are
students
getting-
are already students or worse students.
Worse
Like
students.
people
That's
that
what
are
I'm saying.
doing it are already in the building.
And they know what the plan is.
That's because you
They know
taught
the
them
lockdown
from
plan.
the time they were 5. You've taught them the plan.
It's the same plan
It's
across the
same
board.
plan.
Well, it's the same statistic.
Yes, it ain't enough.
Ooh.
And on that note,
Ooh.
roads closed. I open.
Thank you so much for joining us for another episode of The Real Teachers of Atlanta. You can find us on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of these social media platforms. But make sure that you go and like, share, and subscribe in our YouTube channel at The Real Teachers of Atlanta. We are out.
I hope we be back.
We'll be back. Bye.
Hey, if you enjoyed our show today and would like to see more content like this, make sure you follow and like our YouTube channel at Real Teachers of Atlanta.
We got the queens in the house, y'all.